ruined our appetite though. We just left really quick for 2 seconds to get our cup ramen because...
Be careful.
Because I knew that I was gonna need this, right? And I was telling him the story because he's pouring the water, the boiling hot water into the cup ramen, and he's spilling a little bit, and he's standing right in front of it, so it trickles down to his toe and his leg, and he's like, oh. And then he goes, tip number 1, don't put your legs there. And I'm like, okay, I feel like everyone knows this. That seems like a common sense, not tips. And so I'm like, oh yeah, that's what happened to our close family friend. And he's like, wait, what happened again? And I was explaining that she was trying to move a massive thing of boiling water from the stove to the sink, and one of the handles fell off. And so imagine heavy water, it falls, it came all over her legs.
I feel like that, she can't do
No,
anything
it's not
about
that
it.
she was being careless or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so she had to get a skin graft and remove skin from her like buttocks area and put it on her legs because it was such a bad burn. Yeah.
Why do I feel like this is the scariest thing I've heard a whole
And
bunch?
so like that's why even like when my mom was over a couple weeks ago, I saw her like she always shakes handles before she picks them up.
She probably bought it from a Korean place, huh?
Yeah, probably H-Mart. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but probably.
But if it's American store,
Yeah. You're getting sued. Sorry. Stephanie soup. I don't know how to get into it. This is probably the biggest king crab that I think we've only done 2 whole king crabs, which is crazy because I never imagined to eat like an actual whole king crab. I don't know many people who have. Like my mom never had one until that time that we were in Atlanta. And this is insanely juicier. Like so much meatier. Just looking at like all the meat on the body part.
I'm like intimidated.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I don't know where to start. Okay.
yeah. Look at the size of the meat just in this little
Oh my
joint
gosh.
body part.
This is nuts. This is the biggest one I've ever had, and it's so delicious. And I don't know if we cooked it well today, but it's very good.
And this.
I'm thinking.
Oh my god, this is all meat.
Wow. That's like a meal right there.
Yeah.
That's like a fancy dinner place charges you $1 bajillion for that much king crab. Honey, look at this meat. That's just part of the leg. I'm so confused.
That's just part of the body.
Oh my gosh. That's really good. I have 2 different sauces. I have like a Cajun-y one. And then I have my just cilantro, green onion, ponzu sauce, which I think is the best.
Wow.
This is the best if you enjoy the taste of seafood because this will enhance it, but it won't really be so overpowering. Wow! Oh my gosh! Holy cow! We're silent. What do you think, babe?
10 out of 10.
I feel like this is a lot of meat compared to the last one.
It's a lot.
Oh my goodness. Today's story starts in 2016. Well, the original story goes way back then, but I'm gonna just drop you guys off in the middle of 2016 prior, a couple months before October. And it happened October 28th, I believe, of 2016 in San Diego, California. Now, to understand this story, you need a lot of background information, but I'm not gonna give that to you till later. That's right. I'm a troll. We're just gonna focus on a woman by the name of Laura. Now, Laura at the time, she was older. She was older than 21. That becomes pertinent to the information later on. And
older than 21 can mean a lot of things.
I know. Maybe she was like 23. I'm just kidding. And so Laura was residing in Colorado at the time. And to give you some interesting facts about Laura's life at the time in 2016, she was estranged from her husband, which means estranged is separated and not talking but not legally divorced. So you could be estranged from your family or your husband, etc. He's like, how do I file for that? Where do I go?
You're in the fire for that? Or just don't talk to them? Okay.
She was not talking to her husband, but she was still married, and she didn't really know, am I supposed to be talking to other people? We didn't really discuss it. I mean, it seemed like that's where it was going because it's, you know, he had moved out at the time, and they were just not getting along, okay? And so at the time, Laura had really fallen into this love for, they're called haunters. And this is actually a group of people. It's like people who will go out and look for, like, it's almost like escape room people, but for haunted houses or haunted places, right?
Okay.
So it's like they just travel the world and go to these exhibits, which, did you guys know haunted houses, they're like a $300 million business in the United States, and it all happens in October.
So just 1 month of the year, right? They make all the money.
What's nuts? And so Laura had become obsessed with haunted houses and just exploring these types of things. And then she realized, hey, this just doesn't get me going. This is some weak shit. Like, I'm not a little bit. Haunted houses don't do it for me. I need something more exciting. And so one day she was browsing the internet and she came across something called McCamey Manor, right? And this becomes pertinent to the story. This is pretty much what our entire video today is going to be about because it's just so creepy. I don't understand it. There's a lot of psychology behind it. There's also a lot of conspiracy that involves the dark web and Las Vegas high roller shakala big bala. She comes across something called McCamey Mansion, and it's supposed to be this invigorating, all just crazy, hands-on deck, no rules made type of haunted house experience. So that means that she would go into this haunted house, and there would be a bunch of actors there, and only 2 people go in at a time, and it's a fully immersive experience. The actors are allowed to touch you, they're allowed to bang you up, they're allowed to
bang you up?
not bang you, but like hurt you. They're allowed to like pull your hair, smack you. Because haunted houses typically have a rule that they can't touch you.
Okay. So you're getting beat up by a bunch of people? Okay. All right. So she sent her husband there?
And so she sees this and she's like, which I'll get into everything they do in a little bit, right? She's like, I think I like this. I think I'm going to try it. Now, here's the interesting thing about McCamey Manor. It's completely free to enter. All you have to do is bring a 55-pound bag of dog food. And they donate it to Operation Greyhound, which they save greyhounds. And it's completely free to enter. So you're probably wondering, why doesn't everyone and their mother enter? It's a free experience. Sounds like you have nothing to lose. Well, it's a very extensive process. It takes months and months just to get in. Allegedly, there's a wait list of over 20,000 people. They only take 1 tour a week, which is 2 people. So really, every year, they only take about 100 people, okay?
No way.
Yeah, and it's very crazy. You have to sign a 40-page waiver. You have to have a background check done by them, a drug test. You have to have a note from a doctor saying you're mentally and physically capable. You have to have proof of health insurance, medical insurance, and you have to be over 21 or you have to be 18 with a parent's consent, right?
So is this like the ultimate...
The ultimate horror experience, right? And so at first, when I was hearing about it, just like Laura, it's intriguing, right? It sounds like something that I might not want to do today, but maybe in my lifetime. It's like one of those things like skydiving. Ooh, that sounds like an adrenaline rush, right? And you have to get vetted by the person who runs it. And his name is Russ McCamey.
What is he vetting?
To see if you're actually okay to go in, because it's psychological abuse as well.
Abuse?
It's abuse to the fullest extent. Yeah. And so he vets you and makes sure that you're not going to crack, you're not going to die, you have no health problems like heart conditions, because a regular haunted house, if you have health conditions, a lot of cardiologists say don't go because it will raise your heartbeat and you might have a heart attack.
Exactly.
You know?
Is this famous?
Yeah.
Have you heard about this before?
I heard about it and I thought it was some rich dude that was like wicked and twisted, but it's not. The story is really sinister.
And this is going on today. What?
And so she emails the founder, Russ McCamey, and he starts talking to her. Now they talk for about a month and then he says, you know what? We vetted you. We have a tour in a couple of months that has an opening because we've already filled up until October. How does October 28th sound to you? Now, mind you, she lives in Colorado. She has to travel to San Diego on her own dime, right? And
Yeah.
have this experience, okay? And she says, oh my